Good morning and thank you for stopping in at Boo's channel. Today I'm going to show you guys something pretty simple. A lot of people don't know how to do it, but a lot of people do. So if you don't know how to do it, pay attention, and if you do, just see how I do it. Alright? So we're going to remove a battery today. The first thing we're going to do is take the terminals off. Okay? In order to do that, you need tools. The three tools you need for this job: 1/4 inch ratchet, extension, and a 10mm socket. Okay? First thing you want to do is remember my saying: never pinch Paula's neck. Okay? That means negative, positive, positive, negative. So when you're removing a battery, say never pinch, which will go negative, then positive. Okay? Now, usually battery terminals are labeled. As you can see here, there's a plus there for positive. And then if you look in the corner here, there's a negative there. Negative sign there for negative. Okay? Now, if for some reason your positive's red or not red and you can't tell which one's positive or negative, if you look really closely here, sometimes they put the symbols on the terminal, which is pretty cool. I like that idea. Alright? So, you need three simple tools, and you need to remember the way to take them off and put them on. Let's get started. First thing you want to do is remove this. I just get this out the way first. I know that's my second terminal I need to take off, but I like to get that out the way. Alright, so to get to this terminal here is where my extension comes in handy. You can see here, I can reach it better with my extension. Okay, that's why this is good to have. Some people may not use an extension, but I don't like my hand that close to the terminal. It's really up to you. I'd rather use an extension. So the first thing you want to do is pull off your negative terminal, because never pinch, right? And I like to turn the actual extension so it turns the socket as well, and it just makes things a lot easier. All right? So we got that off, your negative terminal, and you have to wiggle in order to get this off. Sometimes they're stuck on there and they're corroded, so you're gonna have to wiggle a little bit, but there you go. Once you get it off, you get this out of your way and don't let it touch anything metal. Okay? Now next, we'll get to our positive terminal. See, now the extension's in my way for this terminal, so I'm gonna go ahead and take that off. Alright, now that I took that extension I'm gonna go ahead and take this one off. Alright, see how I'm turning the socket so it's a lot easier? You don't have to turn the ratchet. You just turn the socket. It's so much easier. Alright? So get that loose. Now we want to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle to get that off. Alright. Get that out the way. Now that that's out the way, you can get your battery out. Okay? Now, one thing I do want to show you first is some batteries have a bracket. Okay? Now this one has a bracket. You will have to remove the bracket. And I'm almost certain it's the same size as the terminal socket. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my bracket, because I can't get to my battery without removing the bracket. Alright, so now that I got these loosened up here on the bracket, I'm going to go ahead and remove it. And make sure you put the screws in a place you will remember and you won't lose them. Okay, so I just placed them to the side there. Now my bracket comes straight off. And voila, you can get to your battery. Alright. Alright. So now that we can get that out, I'm not gonna take it out just because for reasons lead and all of that, I really don't want to take it out. But you just pull it straight out, put it back in, and the concept is the same. So you always want to remember to put things back the way you took them off. So the last thing you did was take off the bracket. So we're going to go ahead and put that back on. There. We'll get our screws going back on there. So drop one. I'll get that. One sec. Alright. Okay, so I did drop a screw that I had to grab real quick, but it's all good. One thing I do want to show you guys is make sure you turn your ratchet, the latch, before you start trying to tighten. Because if you don't, you're just going to continue to loosen and you're not going to go anywhere. Alright? So now that we got that bracket back on, if you remember my saying, never pinch Paula's neck, okay? So in order to put it back, we're at Paula's neck, okay? So that would mean positive, negative, okay? So we're gonna put that positive terminal on first. Just be very careful, okay? All right, get that tightened up. Get my ratchet here. Tighten that up. All right, so I went ahead and tightened that up. And I put negative on and tighten that up as well. And then you make sure you put everything back that you took out to get to it. All right. And that's how you remove and replace a battery. Thank you for stopping in at Boo's channel. Hope to see you again.